Guys, today's lesson is going to be about two present perfect and present perfect continuous times forms. What are these phrases about? Let me tell you. That's the phrase I have done or I have been doing. I have done, the present perfect form we use with you when we want to tell about something what has already finished. But that thing started in the past and finished in the present. That's not the time, that's the times form. For example, if I want to tell that many years ago I lived in China and I lived there for 8 years, but I don't live there anymore. Yes, I just want to tell the fact that I lived sometime there before. I will tell, instead of I lived in China 12 years ago for 8 years, I will use the phrase I have lived in China for 8 years. And it'll mean that I lived there before and I don't live there right now. Or, for example, I want to tell that I read some book in the past and I finished reading it. I want to show that this action is finished. I'll tell I have already read this book. That's it. The most important thing is not to tell when did it happen in the past. Because if we tell when it happened, that will be past simple. For example, I read a book yesterday. I read a book 5 years ago. Or I have read the book. Just the fact. And now let's move to present perfect continuous. When do we use this phrase? This times form we use with you guys when we want to talk about some action that started in the past as well, but is still going on. For example, I have been living in Turkey for 4 years. What does it mean? It means that 4 years ago, I started living here. I came to Turkey 4 years ago, and I'm still living here. I'm still doing this thing. I'm still doing this action. Yes, it's keeping going. It's continuing. Or, for example, I have been teaching English for 8 years. It means that I started doing it 8 years ago and still I'm doing that. When we add ing and been, that means that the action is still going on. It has not finished yet. Yes, I have done. It means it's finished action, and I have been doing its unfinished action. One more example for you guys. I've lived in Ukraine for 2 years before leaving to Turkey. I've known my friend since childhood. It means I have. I've been reading this book for 1 week already. It means I started 1 week ago and I'm still doing that. I hope that it was very understanding for you, and if you have questions, you can always message about them.